scientists, welcome to room 9, our region's largest classroom. My name is Mrs. Newby and I teach at Flynn Park Elementary School, which is in the school district of University City. Today, I'm going to be teaching science for first grade, but all learners of all ages are always welcome to learn with us, and I am so excited you are here with us today. So normally I tell you right away what we're about to learn, but I actually want to show you a few items I have with me, and I want you to think about, why am I showing you these items? What do they all have in common? So you probably should put those science goggles on and maybe have a piece of paper and a pencil so you can jot down those science notes. And once you think about what all of these items have in common, I will let you know what we're going to learn today. Are you guys all ready? Let's get started. Okay, so here are the items I wanted to show you, and it seems like they're probably super random, but I'm gonna go through them really quickly, and I want you to think, what do these items have in common? So first we see here a roll of paper towels. So think about just paper towels. You've seen, you felt them. We also have a little basket here. I use this basket to put some cool down cards in here for my students at school. It's super cute and I just love it. I also have a mask that I use when I go out. I make sure to put this mask on, so think about the masks that you have at home. I also have a Q-tip. We have a pencil. We use pencils quite a bit also, don't we? I also have this car, but I want you to specifically focus on the wheels. Even think about the wheels on your parents' cars. So think about those. I have some piece of paper right here. I have this paintbrush, but I also want you to specifically look at the handle. I also have this wind chime that I love using, but I want you to notice this part of it. What do all of these items have in common? What do you guys think? Make sure you're jotting those notes down. So, if you guessed that all of those items I just showed you are made of plants or some type of tree, which is also a plant, then you're correct. Every single one of those items has some part of them that needed a plant in order to be made. So that already shows us that plants are so important for us, not just for food. And that's exactly what we're going to learn today. We're going to take a look at all kinds of ways humans use plants besides just for food. And by the end of this lesson, you're going to be able to identify or name more ways that humans use plants for food, for shelter, and even for clothes. Isn't that crazy that we actually need plants for clothes? Oh my goodness. So we are going to read a book, and I want you to follow along and listen very carefully and jot down the many ways you hear me saying that humans actually use plants, okay? So I'm gonna jot them down on my paper here, and I want you to also jot them down with me so that we can kind of get a collection of all these different ways. So the question I have here on the board is, what do we use plants for? What do we use plants for? We are going to read this book called How Are Plants Helpful, in order to get more of those ideas of how we use plants. This is through Crabtree Publishing, and it is by Kelley MacAulay. So we are going to go ahead and get started, and as soon as you hear one way that we use plants, I want you to just shoot your hand up and say, "Oh, me, I know." And then I might hear you, and I might pause so that we can jot it down, okay? So listen very carefully. Let's go ahead and get started. So the first chapter is actually called Living Things, just to kind of get us to understand plants are living things. People are living things. We need food, water, air, and shelter to stay alive. Shelter is what protects us from bad weather. Plants are living things too. Roots, stems, and leaves are part of plants. Didn't we learn about those parts the last time we met? Flowers and fruits are parts of plants that make seeds. Seeds grow into new plants. We actually learned that whole life cycle the last time we met. Super cool that we learned it again today. Natural resources. Plants are natural resources. I wonder what that means. Natural resources are things that come from nature. Oh, that's kind of cool. It has the word natural, and it kind of sounds like nature. So that makes me know that natural resources are things that come from nature. That's kind of cool. See, they come from nature that people can use to meet their needs. Animals, water, and soil are also natural resources. That's kind of cool. And it seems like we need a lot of those in order for us to live, right? We get many of the things we need to survive from plants and other parts of nature. We get food, shelter, and even medicine from plants. Medicine helps us feel better when we are sick. Ooh, I think I see some of you guys raise your hands and say, ooh, me. Let's keep that, because I think there's a page for it too. Let's keep that in our heads just really quick. Okay, here's the first way. Listen very carefully. Plants provide food. That is the chapter. That is the name of this chapter. Let's read about it. Food gives living things energy to grow and move. Plants make their own food. They make food in their leaves using sunlight, air, and water. All people and animals depend on plants for food. People eat plants. Animals eat plants too. Some people and animals also eat the animals that eat the plants. Isn't that kind of cool how that works? So what do you think the first way is that people use plants? Oh my goodness. Can you say that louder? Yes, food. We knew that, right? But let's jot that down because that's one way that we use plants. So the first way is food. Go ahead and write that down in your notebook so that we can get some more ideas. Okay, let's listen for some more. Next chapter is called Healthy Foods. Plant foods are very healthy to eat. They provide people with energy and vitamins. Vitamins are things our bodies need in order to work properly. We use different parts of plants for food. When you crunch on a carrot or bite into a beet, you are eating plant roots. That's kind of cool. Grains, such as wheat, are plant seeds. We use grains to make bread. We are loading up on leaves when you add lettuce and spinach to your salad. So what is one food you eat that is from plants? You know what? Now this book mentioned it and it made me really kind of hungry because I love this type of food. But bread, right? Oh my goodness, I love bread. Love bread. And I know that without those seeds, without those wheat seeds, I wouldn't have bread. So thank you for bread. So if you want to write an example of a type of food that comes from plants, go ahead and jot that down next to the word food. I'm going to write bread, but you might have a favorite fruit or vegetable that you like. Let's see what's next. Parts of homes. People use materials from plants to build their homes. Wood is a hard material from trees. Wood can be used to build walls and floors in houses. It can also be used to make tables and chairs. That Oh my goodness, I can think of so many things that are made out of wood. That already tells us how important plants are, right? In some places, houses are made of bamboo and other plants. Bamboo is a type of grass that has a hard, strong stem. So what's another way we use plants? Yes, I heard houses and even other furniture. So if you have a chair made out of wood or a table made out of wood, we definitely need trees in order to build furniture and homes. Let's write that down. I'm going to write homes and furniture. Ooh, that's a big word. See if you can sound it out. Furniture. Awesome. If you want to write an example right there, I'm going to write table because I love my wooden table that I use in my classroom all of the time. Thank you for those trees so I can have that wooden table in my classroom. Think of something else that's made out of wood that maybe you like to have and you are thankful for. Ooh, let's read this one. Think very carefully about what this one is. Natural fabrics. Did you know the clothes you are wearing could have come from plants? Cotton and other materials used for some clothing are made from plant fibers. Fibers are long strands of material. These fluffy fibers are growing on cotton plants. Now here's a picture of what a cotton plant looks like. Now I am super thankful for cotton plants because of all of the clothes that I have that are made out of cotton. And even your masks that you wear, the one that I showed you earlier, that one is also made out of cotton. So I'm super thankful for our cotton plants because of that. Cotton is soft and strong. Jeans and socks are clothes made of cotton. So if you have jeans and socks and even shirts, you are thankful for cotton plants. Let's write this down. Let's write clothes. We use plants for clothes. Think of a type of clothing you have that you're super thankful for because we have cotton plants. I really love all of my dresses that I wear. I'm gonna write dresses. You might have a favorite pair of jeans or a favorite shirt that you're super thankful for. So you probably can say, thank you, cotton plants, for those, right? Isn't that so cool? Let's read this chapter. It's called Plant Medicines. People have used plants to make medicine for thousands of years. Berries from elderberry plants can be used to treat colds and flus. Ginger plants can treat upset stomachs. That's so cool. Some people put juice from aloe vera plants on cuts or sunburns. The juice can help skin heal. Plants can also make people sick, however. Do not use plants as medicine unless a doctor tells you it is safe. So there are those plants where you probably need to stay away from because they make us sick, but there's so many plants out there that doctors actually use to make different medicines that you probably use when you get sick. So what's another way we use plants? What did this page teach me? Yeah, we use plants for medicine. Let's write that down. Medicine. Can you think of a type of medicine that I maybe read in this book or that you know is made out of plants that you're super thankful for? Now, one that I read from this book that I'm thankful for is that aloe plant. Because when I get sunburned in the summertime, man, am I thankful for that sunburn lotion, right? And a lot of those lotions have aloe in them. So thankfully we have aloe so that we can use their like juice that comes out of them for our sunburns. So I'm going to write aloe right here because I'm thankful for those. I also use like essential oils to kind of make my room smell super good. And sometimes those help me calm down and kind of, you know, help bring me back together. And those I'm super thankful for. And I know that they also come from different plants. So if you use essential oils, those are also super helpful for us. Okay, let's keep reading. This one is probably one of my favorite reasons why I love plants. Clean air. Ooh, did you know that? People and animals need to breathe oxygen to stay alive. Oxygen is a part of the air. We get oxygen from plants. That's kind of cool. So plants take in a part of air that we do not use called carbon dioxide. They use this air along with water and sunlight to make food. After making food, plants send oxygen back into the air. So plants need that air to get their food, and we need those plants to give us that oxygen that we need to breathe. So what is another way we need plants? Yes, if you were listening, the chapter is called Clean Air. So yes, we need plants to get that clean air. All of the time, right? I wanna smell and breathe clean air all of the time. Okay. Plants all around. Let's see if we can think of other ways we use plants. People use plants every day. Trees provide shade to keep cool cool. Wood from trees is used to make paper. Wood can also be burned to heat homes or cook food. They already listed so many just on that page. Oh my goodness, let's write those down. So it said it gives us shade. So you know what, I'm gonna also put here clean air and shade. I'm super thankful on a hot day when I see a tree, I'm able to sit and relax under it and use that shade. Thank goodness, right? We also know it says wood. So wood from trees is used to make paper and pencils and just things that we use every day, right? So honestly, I'm gonna write here things we use, and in all caps, a lot. Some examples are paper, pencil. Do you use Q-tips to clean your ears or for anything else? We talked about cotton, and cotton helps us get some clothes, but cotton is also used to make Q-tips. So that one also is something that I'm thankful for. What else? What else do you think? Gosh, so many things, right? I want you to think about some more. What are some other things that are made from plants? Or even made out of wood. If you think of anything made out of wood, you know right away that's a plant, right? So be thinking about some more and jot those down in your notebook. Here's the last page of this book. Helping plants. Plants give us so much. It is important we do all we can to protect plants and other things in nature. We can help by creating less waste and garbage. One easy way to help is to bring your lunch to school in a lunchbox instead of a paper or plastic bag. So using a lunchbox could probably help from making so much trash. Recycle paper when you are done with it. Something that is recycled is used again to make something new. Recycling paper saves trees from being cut down to make new paper. That's pretty important. If we recycle or if we reuse a piece of paper, or maybe use the front and the back side so that we don't have to cut down so many trees. Because what is that super important thing trees and other plants give us? Yes, they give us clean air. So if we keep cutting them down, we're not gonna have that clean, fresh air. So plants help us in so many ways, but it's also our job to keep them very safe and take care of them so that we still get the things that we need, like fresh air. So yes, we need trees for paper, but that doesn't mean that we can just keep using paper and throwing it away and wasting it. We want to make sure that we're not using as much so that we can still protect the plants that are still growing, and we don't have to cut as many down. So we have really important jobs to keep plants safe. Okay, man, this is so much information, but I learned so much about plants. For the longest time, I thought that the only reason why we need plants is for food, but that is not true. We need it for so many things. I want to do a scavenger hunt with you really quickly because I want you to look around your house and I want you to see if you can find anything around your house that's made from different plants, okay? Are you ready for this first challenge? Okay, I want you to go around your house and find something made out of wood. Go quick, go quick. Ooh, I think I have something made out of wood. I have this. What do you have? This is my little basket that is made out of wood. What do you have? What type of wood do you think it is? What do you guys think? It's kind of cool, right? If you have a piece of paper, good job, that's made out of wood. If you have a pencil, awesome, that's made out of wood. If you're holding a giant chair from your dining room, that's probably made out of wood. That's so awesome. Okay, let me ask you something else. Something that is made out of cotton. That's not on your body. Go find something different. Oh, I know. I have my mask again. I like flowers, so mine has flowers on it. What do you have that's made out of cotton? Maybe it's a pair of jeans. Maybe it's a shirt that you don't have on. Is it a Q-tip? Or just a cotton ball? That's made out of cotton, right? Awesome. Cotton. Something else. Can you find something that's made out of rubber? Quick, quick, quick. Made out of rubber. Ooh, this one might be a tough one. I got mine. I have my toy car, and if I feel these wheels on the toy car, I can feel that they are rubber. And I also know that the actual car that I drive has rubber wheels. Did you know that there's actually a rubber plant that exists? We need that rubber plant so that we can make wheels. You probably also have, maybe like a rubber band or an eraser. If you have an eraser at the end of your pencil, that's also rubber. So we need those rubber plants also. I want you, one last one. I want you to find something that smells good. Quick, 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 quick. Something that smells good. Do I have something? I have my essential oils right here in this box. They smell super good. I put them in my air diffuser. What do you have that smells good? Maybe it's perfume. We use perfume a lot, and perfume is made out of plants, special flowers, or essential oils that you have. Or you might not have something that's made out of plants, maybe like a candle that has a nice smell to it. But a lot of things that smell good also need plants in order for that nice smell. I love to smell good things. So you probably are super amazed and surprised at all of these things that even are just laying around your house right now that are made from plants. Super amazing, super cool, and we have an important job to make sure that we can get those resources by taking care of nature. So remember, natural resources are things from nature. So obviously you're not gonna see a mask growing from a tree, are you? No, masks don't grow from trees. These are actually human-made, But some of the materials that we need in order to make this are natural resources. So if you eat an apple, that is an automatic natural resource, right? But if you are using a pencil to do your homework or to jot down notes like an awesome scientist, that is a man-made material, but we use natural resources to make it. So it's really important we take care of nature so we can get all of these amazing things that humans make and just natural resources that are already made for us. I hope you had so much fun exploring around your house and finding all of these amazing things that are made from nature. And I hope you have so much fun learning about more things that are made from nature, and really think about how you can reduce, reuse, and recycle paper products so that we can take care of our earth and we can keep those trees up instead of having to tear them down so much. I hope you enjoyed this lesson and enjoyed reading that book with me. And I hope you have a great day. Bye.
Teaching in Room 9 is made possible with support of Bank of America, Dana Brown Charitable Trust, Emerson, and viewers like you.